Hi, welcome to the Countess Report. Tonight we're at the Morris Center in Bridgehampton, home this weekend to the Hamptons Comedy Festival. This is a non-for-profit organization which raises money for cancer research. They also deliver comedy to patients and families in the hospital. I think the most incredible thing you can give to people is the gift of laughter. So let's go and meet some of these fantastic comedians and find out a little bit more about them and what they do. Here we are with the organizer of the Hamptons Comedy Festival, Abby Russell. Abby, I'm so happy to meet you because I mean what you're doing is so incredible, and I think it's wonderful to have this kind of thing going out in the Hamptons. And you had a show today at Southampton Hospital, which I find amazing. How did that go? What did the people think?
Well, LuAnn, I'm really glad you guys are here and that WVVH is here. It's wonderful, wonderful to have you guys here. It's a great organization, Comedy Fights Cancer. We did have a show today at Southampton Hospital. It was the first comedy show ever at Southampton Hospital.
That's great.
We brought a comedy show into the hospital for patients and families, cancer survivors, and we had a great lineup. We had some of the comics that you're seeing here tonight.
Mm-hmm. You had different ones as well this afternoon? Tonight?
Yeah, we had a couple different ones as well. In fact, we had Mark Katz, who was President Clinton's joke writer,
oh, wow.
do a special reading. Is
he funny?
He's really funny.
He must be hysterical.
He's very, very funny. And we also had Ellen Lloyd, who is another comedian from the New York City comedy scene. But we also had, you saw tonight, Tom Shalhoub,
yes,
who was there, and Al Ducharme. Oh, you haven't seen him yet.
No, I haven't seen him yet, but I'm waiting for Al. Can't wait to see Al.
It was a wonderful show. We had about 35 people there, and it was at Southampton Hospital. It was great. And we actually, Comedy Fights Cancer, we do shows throughout the year at hospitals around the country, actually. We bring live stand-up comedy shows into hospitals.
That's amazing. Do you have like a room in the hospital where you bring all the patients, or do you go from like room to room? How does that work?
Well, we do both. We have a long-running show at Memorial Sloan Kettering in New York City, where we do it on the 15th floor patient recreation room.
Oh, wow.
And basically patients who are very ill, or they're in a bad way, and they're just they're isolated and they're stressed out being sick and in the hospital, and they tell us that this hour of comedy a week really lifts their spirits, and they come with their families, and it gives them something human to with some humanity, something they can do together and laugh together.
How did you get started doing this?
My father was diagnosed with cancer when I was writing my master's thesis on stand-up comedy, and also doing a little of amateur performing in the New York City comedy clubs. So I was doing comedy at night and in the cancer ward during the day with my dad, sitting looking across the hospital bed at him, feeling depressed, and I thought, my gosh, comedy and cancer, there's a link here.
Yeah,
there is a way. Maybe you think comedy in a hospital.
Right.
Sounds a little.
It doesn't sound right, but
what do you mean by that?
But
it makes perfect sense. These are people who need to laugh the most, and so that's what we do. And we've had the Hamptons Comedy Festival. This is our 4th summer doing the Comedy Festival. It's an annual event, benefit for cancer research and also patient services. And
well, I'm loving it. I'm enjoying myself so much. I'm going to bring all my friends this year, next year, the year after, because what I think you're doing is amazing.
Thank you. That's
bravo.
Sweet. I want to also, can I also give a special thanks to Jamie Kaczynski.
Sure.
Her mother actually had a brain tumor, and she started a foundation called the Gwen L. Kaczynski Foundation for brain tumor research. And she and her family are out of Sag Harbor. They're a wonderful family. They have all these volunteers here.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the thing about this event is that everybody came together to fight this thing.
Right.
And if you can laugh and drink and have a great time, while doing something great, it makes perfect sense. And that's what the Hamptons is about, actually. Yes. Is bringing the best of culture and the best of philanthropy together.
Right.
And having a great time doing it.
It's a great place for it. And this place in Sag Harbor, is there something set up for that people can join in and help out?
Yeah, it's the Gwen L. Kaczynski Foundation for Brain Tumor Research, and Jamie Kaczynski runs it. Her daughter runs that organization, and
oh, good.
You can actually go into our website, comedyfightscancer.org, and we have links to. I don't remember the name of the site, but.
Right. Thank you, Abby. Thank you. You were doing a great job. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks so much. My pleasure.
Thank you. Hi, I just ran into an old friend of mine, Jeffrey Gurian, who's here for the Comedy Festival. And tell us about yourself, Jeffrey, and what you're doing here.
Well, I have the honor of being on the executive board of the Hamptons Comedy Festival, which is not only a comedy festival, it's the fundraising arm for Comedy Fights Cancer. which is something very dear to me, to use comedy to cure people, to heal people, because that's a very big part of my life as well. And I'm also the head of the talent programming committee. I've invited a lot of the comedians who are here tonight. And we have an amazing, amazing lineup of comedians. These are your stars of tomorrow. Some of them are stars already. Corey Kahaney's here, who you see on Last Comic Standing. She's back on the show. And Stephen Scott, and Al Ducharme, and Sue Costello, who had her own series on NBC. Costello, we have people here, like an amazing lineup of people.
I know, they're really funny. I've been watching some of the comedians. They're absolutely amazing. But tell me, when did this whole thing start, the Comedy Festival of the Hamptons?
Well, this is the 4th year that they're doing it. Abby Russell is the founder of the festival, who is amazing. And she actually put this together within the last few months. We thought that it might not happen until next summer, but Abby had the wherewithal to really bring this to fruition, which is amazing. She worked tirelessly to make this happen, and between us we got this incredible lineup of people.
Now, I know you guys did a show today at Southampton Hospital. How did that go?
Oh, it went great. We had, and I want to say that all these comedians have donated their time. Saturday night is a time when comics make their money.
Sure.
You know,
sure.
And they gave up working on a Saturday night to come here to work for free, absolutely for free, to raise money for this amazing cause.
That's wonderful. I mean, I think it's amazing to give the gift of laughter is the best gift you can give to people, and I think one of the best cures.
Especially bringing it to hospitals, and that's a great thing. And they do this all throughout the year. They bring shows to different hospitals all over. And there's a thing, you know, laughter raises your vibrational energy. Sadness brings it
He's
down.
a doctor. You forgot to tell them that.
What a rumor to spread about someone, right? What a terrible thing to say about someone. But that's the other part of my life that I don't mention always when I'm in comedy. But
right.
Yeah, I work with stress-related illness and depression, and I do a lot of healing work, and it's all about energy. And what better energy can you do than transmitting comedy? Comedy is the ultimate positive energy.
Yeah.
What nicer gift can you do than to make people laugh?
I love to laugh,
Especially people that are
darling.
sick. Yes, I know that. Yeah, and you're the best at it. You've taken it to an art form.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with
No,
us.
it's my pleasure to be on.
Are we still here? We're not allowed. My group could be hanging out right now. I can't.
We couldn't see what these were before in the dark, so what exactly are they?
They're hypnotic. It's a vodka and cognac blend along with 7 natural fruits, and we're doing a little promotion tonight. We're sampling them so everyone can see how wonderful they taste.
Wow, they look really tasty and very vibrant.
They're very vibrant.
Are they, the comedians aren't drinking these, are they?
I don't know. I can't tell that.
Is it in heavy demand? Is a lot of people drinking that drink?
Definitely.
Really?
How to say.
Should we take? Can I taste it?
Absolutely.
Let's see. I just want to have a little taste. See what that tastes like.
Packs of punch. Deceptively blue and fruity looking.
Mmm. Very good. And it's not very strong. It's good. It's quite fruity. Wonderful. Cheers. Thank you. Silent auction, silent auction. What do we have here? We have Michael Phelps is the hottest thing in a swimsuit. I must say I have to agree with that. When I see all the other things, I think I like the Michael Phelps the best. He looks amazing. Well, he's a star. And look at all the other silent auction things we have. We have Lance Armstrong, who's spoken for now. He's amazing. We've got, what else do we have? We have football players. Well, we say football in Europe. It's actually soccer for you guys. Basketball. Who's this signed by? Lorenzo Charlie, 83 champs. I'm sure for somebody that means a heck of a lot. And Joe Namath. Wow. That was really a while ago. He looks really young there. Star Trek. The Sopranos. Caddyshack. Dumb and Dumber. We've got it all here. Hi, look who I found. I found Jamie Kaczynski, who we just heard about from Abby, who organizes the Hamptons Comedy Festival. And you're going to tell us all about what you're doing in Sag Harbor. I'm so curious to know what you're doing. It's wonderful.
Well, in Sag Harbor, we have a foundation that raises money for brain tumor research. And we started about 2 years ago after the passing of my mother. And we have an annual race. This year it's going to be May 1st, 2005. And we also have a golf tournament, and I guess over the past 2 years we've raised over $100,000, and we give to research and different trials that are going on all around the country to Sloan Kettering and Dana-Farber and Cedar Mount Sinai out in Los Angeles, and we're really trying to find a cure for brain tumors and really giving our money to vaccines.
That's wonderful. And you're in Sag Harbor? You live here year-round?
I live in New York, but I grew up in Sag Harbor. So all of my friends and my foundation and my staff are based really out of Sag Harbor in New York, so it's great.
And what is this race that you do in?
It's the Minds Over Matter Sag Harbor 5K. We started 2-3 years ago where we had only 6 people that ran the New York Marathon in 2001. And it was Minds Over Matter was this brain tumor team. And then the Minds Over Matter team now has turned into the running team or running club of the Countess Kaczynski Foundation.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's really exciting. So
fantastic.
excited.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Do you have your sunglasses on? Do you have your sunglasses on? Oh, you're the comedian, right?
I feel like I'm a piece of chicken. Is that how the light's going to be the whole time?
Darling, you get used to it. You get used to it.
Okay.
We're with Jessica Curson, and she's one of the comedians from Comedy Fights Cancer. And I would love to know how you ended up here in the Hamptons doing this fantastic gig here at the Morris Center.
Well, Abby Russell asked me to do it, and I did it a couple of years ago, and it's a lot of fun. It's great, and it's a total mitzvah to do something that's, it's just
out of New York City.
Yeah, and it's a great thing.
Get out to the country a bit.
Exactly. In the ski barn.
Now, do you have a clean joke that you could tell us? We'll get to that.
Why'd the chicken cross the road?
Yeah, that's what I wanted. And all the kids are going to repeat this now. If you tell us a joke about the chicken crossing the road, they're going to tell everybody at school the next day. Anyway, did you do the Southampton hospital today?
No, I didn't. I couldn't make it early enough. But I do Sloan Kettering all the time in New York City, which is great. It's amazing.
And how did the people respond at the hospital? I mean, they just must love to have you guys come in and do your acts in front of them. I mean,
yeah,
what is that? I mean, they must be smiling from ear to ear.
They are. It's such a treat to do stuff like that. I mean, that's what makes that's why we do it. That's why I do comedy, is to make people laugh that don't laugh a lot. And people say to me, I haven't laughed that hard in so long. It's just like, it's such a great feeling. Like, I love doing that.
Where do you do your gig in New York?
I perform all over New York City and all over the country. I perform at all the clubs in New York City. And
to name one or two, can we name them?
Yeah, sure. I perform at Dangerfields a lot, and Gotham Comedy Club, and Caroline's on Broadway, and all the clubs around the city.
Well, fantastic. It was so nice to meet you, Jessica. Thanks a lot.
You too. I feel like this is very intimate.
It is very intimate,
yeah,
because we're friends. We're friends now. Thank you, darling.
Sure, thank you.
Cool here, actually. Right. He does. Hi, look who I found. I found Samantha Cole, who's actually one of the hosts of the Comedy Fights Cancer tonight. Hi, Samantha.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
And how did you get involved with this whole thing?
They asked me, Jeffrey Gurion asked me to, he's one of the guys that finds all the talent. He's like the founder or whatever.
I know he's a good friend of mine. I love Jeffrey.
Yeah, so he was like, do you want to host? You want to sing? And I'm like, well, maybe I'll host. I'll come down. Never been, so it's kind of cool. I've never seen this before, so it's very cool to see. There's a lot of really funny comedians here. So.
Aren't they great?
They're amazing. Some of them are really funny.
The girls
and I don't really go to comedy shows, so this is kind of cool, to see one live.
Listen, so what are you working on right now?
God, I've been doing so much stuff. I'm working on a new album. I'm going to Belgium next week for 2 weeks. And,
I love Belgium.
A lot of stuff with Shaggy for his new album, a lot of helping him out, guesting on his stuff. And did a little episode of the last season of Sex and the City.
So what did you do on Sex and the City?
I was
Tell me.
just like in one episode I bumped into Kristen Davis. It's like no big deal.
Oh, that
so,
was
but
fun.
it was kind of cool just to be on the camera with her and you know, get the experience of working with the director and stuff.
Yeah.
And I worked on the Will Smith movie, the one that they shot, The Last Kiss. I was a wedding guest, so we'll see.
All right.
And so yeah, I've been doing little things here and there, and I have a new script that just came in, so we'll see. Single in the Hamptons has just aired. FHM was just out that I was in, so just promoting that really. Now I'm working on the second album, focusing writing, back in the music tip, which is really good to be on because it's my favorite thing.
Well, it's great to have you in the Hamptons, and you have a friend you said who's with
yes,
you.
I'm working
who's a
with
singer
this
as well.
artist Dilemma, who his album comes out next week. Actually, he's kind of like on the rock tip, very very talented, and he's helping me write some new stuff. So. Yeah.
Rock and roll?
Yeah, it's like really
Dilemma, can you come over here, Dilemma? Come and say hello to WVVH. And Samantha Cole.
Hello, how are you guys doing? All right.
I'm good. Tell us about what you're doing out here in the Hamptons and what you're working on as well.
I'm on a record label called Billionaire Productions, and we have our CD coming out called Rockstar.
I love the names.
Rockstar, and it's Dilemma. We shot a MTV video a couple of weeks ago, and I'm represented by Lizzie Grubman and Lizzie Grubman PR. So we're going to try to get the promotion going and the marketing advertisement soon.
And what do you think? What do you think of this comedy festival?
I like it a lot.
Samantha
Invited us out here, myself, Eddie George, and another friend to promote the, fighting the cancer cause. And I think it's great. The comedians are great, and I think we're all out here to give it a big, boost.
It's a great cause, isn't it? I think it's fabulous.
Definitely.
Well, thank you so much for being with me.
He's giving me some really hot tracks, so you guys will be hearing his stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
The Billionaire Production Company and myself, we're producing Samantha's new album, so we're trying to take her to the next level where she should have been a long time ago.
Now, when are we going to hear that? When is that going to be released?
Well, we're just starting all new material, so we'll probably be done by the end of the year, but probably not till early next year. Because realistically, with Christmas and everything, you can't even get unrealistic. It's coming up quick.
Well, we're looking forward to hearing it.
Cool.
It's great to be with you guys. Thanks a lot.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Let's enjoy the comedy some more. Come on, let's go. They're all laughing in there. Let's go. Hi, look who I found. I found Jamie Kaczynski, who we just heard about from Abby, who organizes the Hamptons Comedy Festival. And you're going to tell us all about what you're doing in Sag Harbor. I'm so curious to know what you're doing. It's wonderful.
Well, in Sag Harbor, we have a foundation that raises money for brain tumor research. And we started about 2 years ago after the passing of my mother. And we have an annual race. This year it's going to be May 1st, 2005. And we also have a golf tournament. And I guess over the past 2 years we've raised over $100,000, and we give to research and different trials that are going on all around the country to Sloan Kettering and Dana-Farber and Cedar Mount Sinai out in Los Angeles. And we're really trying to find a cure for brain tumors and really giving our money to vaccines.
That's wonderful. And you're in Sag Harbor? You live here year-round?
I live in New York, but I grew up in Sag Harbor. So all of my friends and my foundation and my staff are based really out of Sag Harbor in New York, so it's great.
And what is this race that you do?
It's the Minds Over Matter Sag Harbor 5K. We started 2-3 years ago where we had only 6 people that ran the New York Marathon in 2001. And it was Minds Over Matter was this brain tumor team, and then the Minds Over Matter team now has turned into the running team and running club of the Countess Kaczynski Foundation.
Fantastic.
So yeah, it's really exciting. So
fantastic.
excited.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Oh, the bright light. I know. Woo. Bright Lights, Big City.
That's
Sue
right.
Costello.
Hi.
Sue Costello, one of the stand-up comedians from tonight.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, sweetheart. I know, you just told me you had a sitcom.
I had a sitcom. It was on a long time ago. It was in black and white. No. No, it was on in 1998.
That would be a pity, Sue, in
Yes,
black and white.
it
That would
would
be a
be.
real pity.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
1998 it was on. It was called Costello. It was named after me.
Uh-huh.
It was
Wonderful.
really funny. But the night of the premiere, Mark McGuire hit a 60-second home run, and it got preempted, and it went...
Oh, those things happen, don't they?
Yes.
Oh, God. Anyway, you were so funny tonight. You were fabulous. When did you start with the Hamptons Comedy Festival?
This is my first year doing it.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I've always been in L.A., so I couldn't do it. But this year, Abby asked me to come do it, and I said, absolutely.
And what do you think of the Hamptons?
It's funny because I don't know who anybody is, and Patrick McMullen is a big photographer.
And did you run into him?
I ran into one of the guys who works for him, and I didn't know he was taking my picture. So I thought he was like a pervert or something. So I was like, "What are you doing, buddy?" And he gave me his card, and I kept reading it. I'm like, "Who's PatrickMcMullen.com?" And I got off stage because I'm from the inner city. What do you say?
What? What?
Oh, he's big, I know.
He's big. He's
I didn't
huge.
know he
He's
was
huge.
big.
Somebody's whispering. He's huge. Okay. I'm going, well, we know that.
Well, I'm from the inner city in Boston. I don't know. And so then all the Hampton girls were like, "Oh my God, that's Patrick McMullen." But they enjoyed that I didn't know who he was.
Now, do you do the hospital this afternoon as
No,
well?
I didn't do the hospital today because I was working on my one-woman show that I'm starting in New York City on Monday, so I didn't have time to do that.
You're doing a one-woman show in New York City?
Yeah. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
That a new sitcom or?
Well, it's going to be a theater piece. It's going to hopefully I'd like to do it off Broadway or maybe on HBO.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting. So, but you do stand-up comedy for the hospitals in New York City?
I do. Yeah, we usually do it in I forget the names. Sloan Kettering.
Sloan Kettering.
Sloan Kettering.
Oh.
Yep.
That must be, I mean, so
it's
satisfying for you to go to the hospitals and see people that are so
they're really
unlucky
sick in
and
the
unfortunate and sick and
it's amazing because they're so grateful.
Yeah.
We had a snowstorm last time we did. I think we did it in December. And they were so grateful. Even if they can't laugh.
Yeah.
Because they're so sick, they love it.
They love it. They smile and
they don't get a lot of visitors.
Oh, well, we got to count our blessings, darling, and be happy every day, right?
And laughter, really.
And laughter.
It heals. People
Laughter.
love to laugh.
Give me a kiss.
Mwah.
Thank you, love.
Thank you.
Hi, here we are with Marty Richards at the Hamptons Comedy Festival. Tell me, darling, what brings you here to this great event?
You.
I was hoping you would say that.
Truthfully.
Me and who else? Daniela Rich, maybe?
Daniela Rich, who I love and I love. She's like my kid. And I've always told her, I've seen her do straight film, straight theater. And I said, you should really be doing comedy.
Yeah.
Her voice, her timing is so brilliant. And this is about the second time I'm going to be seeing her.
Well, I haven't seen her perform yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. I heard that she's
I want to see if
fabulous.
it's changed since she got married. Maybe she cleaned up her act.
Do you think her sense of humor has changed since you got married?
Never.
Anyway, congratulations to you. I haven't seen you in a long time since your wonderful, wonderful film and all that. I mean, I was so happy to see you on television going, yeah, you
got to do something new already.
Oh, it was fabulous.
My God,
good for you.
It's time to do something. It was thrilling.
Good for you. And this is a great thing that Danielle is doing. I mean, I love this hospital thing.
And not only for breast cancer, it's very important.
It's unbelievable.
Having been a cancer survivor.
Are you yourself?
I
didn't
am,
know
yes.
that.
Breast cancer is very important.
Well, you didn't have breast cancer.
No, men get it in the other joint.
Well, I'm so glad
We
that you
sit
survived,
on it.
darling, because we couldn't live without you. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
What to do all of a sudden when I'm dressed.
Farther from the music.
Okay, go outside. Yo, yeah, how are you?
Do you have enough room here? Are you feeling a little claustrophobic or anything? Do you need a binocular back there to see me? You can see me. Good, that's good.
Hi, we're with Daniela Rich now at the Hamptons Comedy Festival, and Daniela is about to perform.
Yes.
How did you get organized to be part of this whole thing?
How did that happen? Jeffrey Gurian, a friend of mine.
And a friend of mine. I love Jeffrey.
A friend of yours, yeah, who's a comedy writer. He's written for Joan Rivers and lots of people. And
Milton Berle, right?
Exactly. He's been mentoring me. And so he introduced me to Abby, and I don't know, I guess I've been doing comedy around town, so I guess that way.
How long have you been doing stand-up?
A few years. I was always acting and doing, lots of theater and film and stuff like that. So.
Your mom must love what you're doing.
Yeah, my mom's a natural comedian.
I love your mom. She's great. So is this the first time you're performing at the Hamptons Comedy Festival?
Yes, it is.
Oh, and there goes Jeffrey.
And there's Jeffrey. Hi, Jeffrey.
Thanks, Jeffrey, for putting all these great comedians together. Thank you, Daniela.
We're hoping to cure cancer so we can all start smoking again.
That's right. Well,
so we can have a little pleasure in life, because otherwise it's just getting too much.
Well, and we all have to laugh a lot more.
Exactly.
I think that is the key.
Exactly.
And you're doing a great job, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Stephen Scott, who's one of the hosts of the Hamptons Comedy Festival as well. And he's been hosting, he's a tired host. I know, it's been a long night, but it's been a great night. And he's been hosting the festival, and also he's going to perform. Isn't that right?
And the second show. I just got back from Europe. I'm so jet lagged right now. I was up last night.
You look gorgeous, darling.
Oh, you are. Flattery will get you everywhere. I was up last night and I couldn't sleep, you know, because I'm jet lagged. So it's like 4 in the morning. I'm flipping through the channels and I'm thinking, whatever happened to the good old days? Do you remember when you could put on any channel like 2 o'clock in the morning here? Remember television? They need to bring that back because that's way better than what I was watching last night in the middle of the night.
That always works for the jet lag, right? That puts you right to sleep.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Yeah, it really. It's like I don't know what time it is. It's like I don't know. It's like 1 in the afternoon for me, 3 in the morning. I don't know. I'm that jet lag. I just came back from here. It's crazy.
So is this your first year hosting the
Yes, it is. First year doing the Hamptons Comedy Festival. Great event. Raised money for breast cancer. We got to present an award to the very wonderful and talented Mr. Mickey Freeman. It's from the Friars Club. I'm a Friar. And Mickey, I said, was one of those guys that just kind of paved the way for all the young comics that were on the show tonight.
Right.
So it was really a special privilege to be able to present him with that award and to participate in a great event.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. I can't wait to see you perform.
Oh, okay.
And thank you for that.
We'll get you a front row seat.
For that 2 a.m. signal. I love that horn. That was
There'll
great.
be more where that came from in the next show.
Can I look at?
Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Did you get a good, you know, they're so protective of their penis, and yet the person has to say yes. They can't wait to stick it in their mouth.
There's nothing in that one, so we have to. Here, take this one.
I mean, I guess you have to get.
I'm going to take a whole bunch for my kids. They love this kind of thing.
Kind of hard.
And then we will see you the next time that we do the Countess Report, okay? I hope you're all going to join me again.
Do it to someone who's going to enjoy it. Like another man.
Special one? Oh my God, this one.
Mine, what do I have in mine?
Because men like that. Especially gay men, right?
Is this
Gay
like a
men
PG channel?
insist upon it.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. The Countess Reports. Tune in next time.